So let's talk about dates. We put a datetime over here and a date over here. Let's put a breakpoint to see how this all plays out. So we're going to go run demo date, and we can see that the datetime is 1111 and D is none. So we can see that Microsoft datetime doesn't support null, doesn't support an empty value, whereas the date that is used by the migrated code does support an empty value. Next, let's see what happens when we try to play with an empty date. So I'll try to do new date time and put 000, year, month, day. And I'll do the same here. And we get an exception. And the exception actually refers to the line before that. For some reason it shows this on this line, but it actually regards this line, where it says that system argument null exception, datetime cannot accept 000. If we'll comment it out, the code will run, and we can see that date can actually get an empty date. Now this date of 000 is very important in the migrated code. It's used quite a lot in the migrated code. Most migrated applications rely on this, and that's the main reason why we created the datetime. Now, as we said, the date is also limited to days. It doesn't have any time information in it. There's a special date called date.now that will return the current date, just like datetime.now will return the current date time. They're actually based on the same mechanism. And we can also have a look at date, let's put a value there, new date 1976, June 16. And then we can say d.toString with dd like this. Okay, we can control it in any way we like. We support all the different formatting rules that are relevant. You're welcome to go and search our documentation, go for the date type and see the different properties that it has. So you can ask a date, the beginning of month, beginning of year, day of week, end of month, end of year. There's a lot of cool things that you can do with it simply by opening the date member. You get to see all these properties and all their values. And again, this is very useful when you're trying to play with dates and do things with dates. We said there's also something called an empty date. Okay, that can be used to compare, to make sure if the date is empty or not. And in the migrated code, you'll see that a lot in places where the original code said date equals to 0. And there's date parse. It helps you convert a string, let's say 1976, to a date by using a format. Perfect. And there's also date.isNull or empty. It is useful to check for null or empty. Perfect.